Georgians taking an increased interest in the state budget after two large California banks failed. President Biden today told Americans the nation's banking system is safe and sound and that people's deposits are secure.
Look, the bottom line is this. Americans can rest assured that our banking system is safe. Your deposits are safe.
All right, to try and get answers into what's going on, Kalisha Moore sat down with Middle Georgia State University economist Greg George to answer some of your questions.
How would you best explain what's happening to the average person?
One bank in particular, SVB, Silicon Valley Bank in California, ran into some financial problems. They had been losing money in the previous quarter and they needed to raise money really quickly. So in order to raise money, they went to sell a bunch of the US treasuries that they owned, which, because interest rates are going up, the value of those treasuries have been coming down. So they were not able to raise enough money from selling some of their assets to cover all of their needs as a bank. And so they asked for investors to do a capital fundraising, and everybody said, no, we don't trust that you're going to take care of our money. And so they became quickly insolvent.
Is this a signal of other things to come by chance?
Remember, during COVID, we had to create a lot of money to finance the shutdown. That created inflation, which became a problem, up to 9.5% inflation last year, still at 6.4%. So we have high inflation. So the Fed, the Federal Reserve Bank, has been initiating over the past 5 or 6 months, really the past year, a series of interest rate increases. And the goal there is to slow down the economy and get the inflation under control. As a practical matter, people need to understand that their money is never really in the bank. Banks take in your deposits and then lend it out. So the money's not there. If everybody goes to get their money tomorrow, it will not be there. That's true every day, not just today. So there's no real reason for a panic today, more so than there was reason for a panic 3 years ago.
Greg George says the FDIC insures any deposits under $250,000. He says it's only high wealth individuals who may have more than $250,000 in their checking accounts that risk losing some of that money if a bank fails.